Clark Coaches Show, this week's edition. Unfortunately, this week, I'm Graham Clark. I'll turn it over to my partner, Tom Taylor.
Thank you very much, and I'm Tom Taylor, but I'm the head coach of Dobyns-Bennett football this week. And, well, Tom, go ahead and ask me a question about the game, would you?
Well, Graham, was it as rough as it sounded like?
Rougher than sawmill lumber, if you want to know.
I'll tell you what, you missed a good one there, Coach Clark. I wish you could have been there. I think they took part of your intestine out, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Welcome to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Yeehaw, what a way to kick it off. We appreciate the folks that sponsoring this show. We'll go through those sponsors coming up here in just a few minutes. Again, last week, a Thursday night encounter with a pretty good football team, obviously, the Maryville Red Rebels down there. And, of course, back home for the next couple of games. In fact, 3 of the last 4 games regular season will be at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. And, Coach, before we get into the highlight package here in the second half of the show or the middle part of the show, let's talk about it. We mentioned last week, good football team. And you saw it was a pretty good football team, got the Indians 49-10. Before we get into the highlights, what was your take of the ball game?
First of all, Tom, I felt kind of like I did when I raced the Kenyans in the Crazy 8 race. I mean, I was right with them for almost 7 yards. And we came out and 3 and outed them. And, I'm thinking we're ready to fight here and play a good football game. Details. We don't. We force them to punt from the 22-yard line, and we don't field the punt. We don't field the punt because we have 2 gunners in our face because we don't get the gunners blocked. And then, unbelievable, and they played well. They played well. Their running backs are just as good as advertised. T.D. Blackman is just as good as advertised, but. I always try and find a bright side, and the bright side for me was that in a shortened ball game, because we were down 35 at halftime, we had 370 yards of offense and had the ball 74 plays. Now, that means we had some drives. We didn't do a good job of finishing. I really thought we could possibly score 30 points. I knew some of their backs would be hard to bring down. Hoped we could create a turnover or 2. We created no turnovers. I think they had 1. I think we had 1 turnover. They're a good football team. They're an excellent football team. Somebody said Coach Quarles was quoted as saying not to a media guy, because coaches don't say these things to media guys, but that it could possibly be the best team they've had. Strong up front. At times we struggle to get a push on them. And then you get behind and you start throwing the football. We threw it 40 times. There's more times than we wanted to throw it. But we completed, I think we completed 23 of those, with Logan Atwell completing 2, Landon Salyers completing 1, and Cole Maupin completing 20. So I told Maupin, I said, Maupin, you do realize your percentage rating is the 3rd worst on the team right now, because the other 2 guys are at 100%. Brett Rogers did some really good things for us on offense. Had a slight injury and kept him out the second half. Brett had 3 catches for 55 yards. Blake Rogers had some good runs for us. Maupin was our leading ball carrier again. So we did some good things. It's amazing against a good team what a bad pad placement will do. Against a good running back, you're supposed to have outside pad placement, and you get inside pad placement, and they make you pay for it. Because we dissected the film. I mean, that thing could have been embalmed after we got through with it, and probably should have been. A lot of things we can get better at. They've got some spots that are better than we are. And so when that's the case, you really got to be good at the details. And, my take to the guys is we'll watch this film on Sunday, and then it's over with, and we go back to work on Monday. Mm-hmm. And that's what we've done.
Well, here again at Biggie's, by the way, it's obvious we're behind us, I should say, is Bays Mountain, and a beautiful setting here in Kingsport in the fall. And again, warm weather. Come out here on the patio at Biggie's, get the great food, and you can hear the live music. They got music inside as we speak, but again, out here on the patio on this night, beautiful night here in the autumn of 2015, talking Indian football. We're going to take a break, come right back, and tell you about our sponsors. Also, get the highlights package. Again, the final score, if you've missed it, it was 49-10 in favor of the Maryville Rebels. They have the week off. Indians back in action against the Bradley Central Bears. We'll talk more about that coming up here in a few minutes. Quick break. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Shane Weiniger. Shane, the manager here at Big E's. Again, we're inside of 80 days till Christmas, the Blackbird Lounge. There's a chance for you to rent that and use that facility for just about any kind of occasion. So we'll let Shane tell you all about that. Coach Clark will be back in a few minutes. We'll do that right after this here on the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here, representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Start it off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 West Stone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126, or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029, Kingsport Branch NMLS 855512, Russell Street NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
And welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor, again. A beautiful night. Fall is here. What a beautiful time to come to Biggie's across the Pup Hut on Stone Drive in Kingsport. And as you can see behind us right here on the patio, and Shane Weiniger's with us. And Shane, man, what a place to come out here and hear some good music, get some great food.
Oh, yeah. Patio's awesome, especially this time of year. I mean, what great weather we got tonight. Leaves will be changed. You can't get a better view of Base Mountain than right here on our patio.
You got that right. Look over your shoulder, man. That is gorgeous. Give it another couple of weeks and some more cool nights will start turning it that blaze orange. And great place to come out here and hang at Biggie's. And again, right across the Pup Hut on Stone Drive in Kingsport. That is here. Now inside is the Blackbird Lounge. And again, it's filling up. We keep telling folks don't procrastinate. We're inside of 80 days till Christmas. And tell us how folks can or how they need to get a hold of you and nail down some space in the Blackbird Lounge.
They can just give me a call here at Biggie's, 765-9633. We'll put you down, make your reservation. Like he said, it's starting to book up, so you'll need to get your reservations in early.
Yeah. Give me some, describe some of the amenities the folks come in and use. I know they've got a sound system back there. Tell me some of the things you can use.
We got, we can do the big screen TV back there. We've got 2 TVs back there where you can watch ball games. We got the projector back there if you need to do, a slideshow or anything for any kind of parties or anything.
765-9633. You've had bachelorette parties back there, birthday parties, of course, Christmas parties, lunches, staff lunches, both obviously at lunchtime or also in the evening for staffs to come by and have Christmas parties and New Year's parties, really anything, right?
Anything. We'll do anything that you want.
A lot of restaurants in town. In your humble opinion, what do you feel like separates Big East from the competition?
Well, we're family owned, so that definitely separates us from any of the other places. There's a few other family-owned places, but we're definitely family-owned, and that's what separates us.
Yep. Plus, there's great food here, man. If you haven't had one of the Big East burgers, whoo. And then last week, he said, get that chicken sandwich. And Robert and I did, and they were awesome. Robert got the pizza last week, and so it was top shelf. Our producers giving thumbs up. And so go to the Blackbird Lounge. Tell me about the 2-for-1s on Tuesday, because that's a chance to come here and get some of this great Big East food.
Oh, yes. We have 2-for-1 burgers, 2-for-1 chicken sandwiches, and also 2-for-1 pizzas on Tuesday night, all night long from 4 o'clock till close.
There you go. 765-9633. Also live music on the weekend. So there's lots of reasons to come to Big East right across the Putt Putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. And so, again, Blackbird Lounge inside of 80 days till Christmas. Again, please don't procrastinate. You're going to call, and nothing worse to call and go, I'm sorry, but we're booked or we're full. And that's happening because the folks are calling now, aren't they?
Yep, call us right now, so we don't want to turn you away because somebody's beat you to the punch.
There you go. 765-9633. Shane Weininger, our buddy, again here, runs the show and does a fantastic job at Big East right across the Putt Putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. Quick break. We'll be right back with more of the head coach of the Dobyns-Bennett Indians, Graham Clark, as you're watching the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here, representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Started off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 West Stone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126. Or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029. Kingsport Branch, NMLS 855512. Russell Street, NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
And welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. We do this every Wednesday. Again, it comes up with a brand new show every Wednesday at noon on TomTaylorSports.com. Our show brought to you by Brian Hayworth, Hayworth Tire. We saw on Facebook, where Brian was over in Wake Forest watching his young'un play against the Florida State Seminoles. So Brian's everywhere. Also, the other son, of course, plays at East Tennessee State. They have an off week this week. And so Brian's everywhere with Hayworth Tire. Go to the website, check him out. Also, his stores here on Stone Drive here in Kingsport. Also, Associate Orthopedics of Kingsport, Dr. Riggins, and you've seen his commercial on the show. We certainly appreciate him. When you see these folks, be sure and tell them thanks because they're underwriting the show. We couldn't do the show without the money, obviously, and the sponsorship. The Southern Dwelling folks, Diane Hill's going to talk about it a little bit later in the show. Also, Cross Country, More Than a Mortgage, Russell Street. Our good friend Russell, who was here a few minutes ago, getting ready to get something to eat here at Biggie's. And, of course, Biggie's themselves. We're located physically right across from the Putt Putt on Stone Drive in Kingsport. So be sure and say thanks to these folks. Coach Clark's got a great relationship with all these folks, and it's very important to them, very important to him that we do this show. So when you get a chance, just say thanks to these folks. And I know they don't do it for that, but you can never thank somebody enough for what they do. And so please do that. And we appreciate, again, Hayworth Tire, Associate Orthopedics of Kingsport, Southern Dwelling, of course, Biggies and Cross Country, More Than a Mortgage, our buddy Russell Street. Coach, highlight package, here we go. Again, the Maryville Rebels down there last Thursday night. Final score 49-10. What I like about this man is he's always found something positive in even in a tough situation, which this was last week. But the Indians, as you said, sun comes up to get ready for Bradley Central. But I was told to hit the space bar, and we're off and running on the highlights.
If every game's life and death, you're going to die a lot.
There you go. Amen, brother.
You know,
Preach it.
so
Preach it. Here we go.
We're going to line up. We kicked off to him, opening kickoff. We had a third down play here. Nice break on the ball by Brett Rogers. A good hit to break that up. As I said, Brett did some really positive things. They punted to us. We punted back. They fared better in their punting game at that time. But Ben Foster coming off the edge. We got one play there that we really didn't want to get. I thought we had Ben Foster on the tackle. Ben Foster sure came off the edge, though. So, that took Maryville down to the 1 yard line. Got down a couple scores. A little quick screen to Brett Rogers. Good block by Blake Rogers. And Brett comes a hair of breaking that thing. Kind of night it was. We had great field position. We got a busted call, and then we got a holding call. So, and it was there. So he had some nice plays for us on the night. We got a third down and 10, I believe it is. Little screen pass to Blake Rogers. And we had a great block inside, but we came off of it. Again, finishing, details. Got us to a 4th down and 2. I usually don't show these clips, but I'm going to just because it's not like there were a whole lot of highlights in the game. I did see Linda Buchanan, so that was one. Landon Sayers to Ivan Phillips for a first down. And, we went ahead and got a little bit of driving time going there. Cole Maupin is going to hit Brett Rogers with another first down. Nice ball. Good read by Cole. Coming on the blitz. Got it out of his hand quick. And, we're down there knocking. If I remember right, we went about 3 incomplete passes on this one. Flipped the field and Landon Sayers, a 58-yard punt. Landon always a weapon. And this time we got good coverage. But the daggone thing rolled, when it rolled out at the 1 for them, it rolled out right on the sideline. So we got to do a better job with that. Bryce Barrett in the ballgame at receiver. He's going to have a nice return here, or a nice run on a little fly sweep. Comes in, sits down. Good read by Cole Maupin on the defensive end. Good block by Blake Rogers. Takes us down there, and we've got a pretty good drive going. We end up this time, I do believe, scoring. This is going to be Cole Maupin to Caleb Wetzel. Caleb Wetzel is a sophomore. Cole Maupin, a junior. Good catch right there by Caleb Wetzel. He had 2 catches for 33 yards. We had 13 guys catch balls in this game. Some of that was due to some guys getting hurt, but Blake Rogers behind our entire offensive line and Ivan Phillips pounding it in for a touchdown. And what I like is, the score is not real good right now, but Cole Maupin's still excited.
He's a gamer, isn't he?
Oh, he just loves the game. He loves to play.
Yep.
We are back on offense. We actually forced a punt. And Quentin Polinsky, a running back situation. Quentin had worked just a few snaps, and we were down 3 of our younger running backs. And Quentin gets an 11-yard gain. And then Cole Maupin behind a nice trap block by Brad Dorton. And people, say, well, they put their 2s in. Their 2s only played 2 series on defense. So I felt good about the fact that we did get 370 yards. Landon Sayers with the field goal, 43-yarder. And, Mama just kicked her motorcycle up out there behind us. Lord love her heart. I've told her to leave that thing at home when she comes to Biggie's. So we hit the field goal. We come back out to start the second half. Cole Maupin on a nice scramble drill. Caleb Wetzel comes back to the football. And that's what you do on a scramble drill. Makes a heck of a catch. And again, he's a sophomore. Edward Newcomb, who's out right now, and he'll be up for the rest of the year as a junior receiver. Feel good about those. 15-yard run by Blake Rogers.
Well, he runs hard.
He does run hard. He had about 50 yards on the night. Then Cole Maupin going to get a 17-yard run. Another situation where we got the ball down in the red zone and, weren't able to get it in. That was a heck of a drive. This was a 14-play drive. And we turn it back. Why go for field goals? I don't have any 40-point plays. We'd rather get a touchdown. Ivan Phillips, man, Ivan played good. Ivan had 7 tackles. He had a tackle for a loss. And a physical guy that comes up and makes that play right there. It's going to be Cole Maupin. Again, a nice read play to Brandon Gillum. Brandon slips behind the linebackers. Brandon's first game back. Breaks 2 or 3 tackles. And again, Martin Main, one of our few defensive highlights of the night. Martin, who gave the quarterback a misread type technique and came off and made the play. And then Dominique Lyles. Dominique at halftime, I said, guys, we've got 3 running backs hurt, 2 young running backs hurt. Dominique, can I run through 3 or 4 plays with you here at halftime? Dominique busted that one for 34 yards, and that was a play that ended up with us scrambling and having about another 6-play drive before we got stopped. The good thing about our kids is they continue to play. Mm-hmm. They continue to play. And as long as you continue to play against good people, you get better. If you tuck your tail between your legs, you don't improve.
No.
But for the most part, we kept fighting, and I thought over the course of the game did some good things.
That's really all you can ask your football team, too, is play hard. If you play hard, I've heard you say it for many years, if you play hard, good things are going to happen. And so, hey, you get a chance to bounce back. As you said, we're going to work against Bradley Central, and that's next on the schedule. And so congratulations to Maryville, big win. You may see them again down the road somewhere, but right now we got to focus on Bradley Central.
Who knows? This week we have the Bradley Central Bears. Hey, they're going to be a mad bunch of Bears. They came off a tough loss. Mm-hmm. A lot of people said we were fortunate to play on Thursday because it poured on Friday. Mm-hmm. It was some kind of ugly outside. The lens covers got soaked, and it's not a pretty film to look at. And Bradley Central scored with about 15 seconds left on the clock and kicked the extra point, and Bearden was offsides. They kicked the extra point to tie it. Bearden was offsides, so they took the point off the boards and went for 2 to win it and didn't make it. And you got to feel like as a coach, if you got 1.5 yards to go, you can make it. Anytime, anyway.
Wow.
Bearden held them. Slick field, hard to get traction. But Bradley Central has some outstanding players. They have the quarterback threw for 2,700 yards last year, and we don't have for our conference this year a central stat person, mainly because our new conference never has had a meeting. So we can't do that till we have a meeting. I hope we can do that sometime in the future. So we don't have stats updated. 2,700 yards throwing last year, 900 yards rushing, 3,600-yard season. Cole Copeland, extremely athletic. a guy that you can have trapped, and he scrambles around, makes things happen. Throwing the ball a whole bunch. Defense that runs extremely well. Two outside linebackers that run as well as any outside linebackers we see. Young man by the name of Tollison that plays nose man, that I think is the key to their defense. And then two corners that have been able to shut down a lot of folks. They had some busted coverages against Bearden. And Bearden got a couple of long ones against him. I know that because I had to call and ask some people how Bearden scored because you couldn't see it on the film. But there was a busted coverage or two. And Bradley Central's a good football team. They run very well. Like I say, I'm sure they're going to be an angry bunch coming up here to play.
We'll take a quick break, come right back, and continue on. We'll get a scouting report. Of course, he's give you a pretty good scouting report. We'll talk some more about Bradley Central and also take a look also around the Big East Conference and kind of review their season so far for the Bears out of, again, Bradley Central High School. Come back with us more right after this here on the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Started off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 Weststone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126. Or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029. Kingsport Branch NMLS 855512. Russell Street NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
And welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. Again, what a view here on the porch. Again, darkness has settled in, obviously, in nightfall, but still, neat place, very warm out here. And so, as long as it's warm, good place to come. The patio here at Biggie's, right across the Pup Hut on Stone Drive in Kingsport. Again, once those leaves start turning up on the mountain, it'll be what a view of Bays Mountain when the sun's out here. So, one of the neat reasons to come to Biggie's, you heard Shane talk earlier in the show about the Blackbird Lounge. We're inside of a 80-day count to Christmas, so if you want to be sure and give them a call, that number again for Biggie's is 765-9633 to reserve the Blackbird Lounge for the upcoming holidays, and it is filling up, so please don't procrastinate. One of our great sponsors at Southern Dwellings, Diane Hill's got a great listing in Tellico Hills right in the heart of Kingsport. That's where the real estate agents say location, location, location at 1009 Radcliffe Avenue. for under $300,000. 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2 dens, an office, an in-ground pool, a deck, a screened-in porch, over 4,400 square feet in the heart of Kingsport and Tellico Hills on Radcliffe Avenue, and that's a phone call away. Please give her a call at 677-3877. She's been in real estate business for over 20 years. She, of course, part owner and co-owner of this great company, Southern Dwellings, along with Clarissa. So Radcliffe Avenue, Kingsport. Again, that phone number 677-3877 for your personal walkthrough. And again, inside Tellico Hills, Coach, you know where that's at, and it's location, location, location. You're close to everything in Tellico Hills.
Beautiful area, right
Yes.
in the heart. You can walk. If you want to walk to downtown, if you want to walk to the ball game at Dobyns-Bennett, and where else is there?
Yeah.
You can walk to Biggie's if you want to.
There you go.
You know, it's a great location, and it's a great house. I've seen that house. It is a beautiful house.
Yep. And again, she's a phone call away. One more time, 677, without his glasses or my glasses, 677-3877, the number to call to find out more about Radcliffe Avenue, Tellico Hills. Dobyns win a football, again, all-time record, again, for the Indians, 768 wins, 228 losses, and 28 ties. Coach Clark at 219 wins and 53 losses, going for 220 coming up on Friday night against the Bradley Central Bears. And let's take a look at the standings. Again, Maryville on top at 4-0 right now. Dobyns-Bennett at 2-1 and 4-2. Bradley Central at 1-2, but again 4-2 overall, but 1-2 in the conference. Coach, let's take a look at what they've done so far. They open things up with a win at Walker Valley, 34-27. They won at McMinn County, 34-14. Lose to Science Hill in the conference opener, 29-24. They went at Cleveland, that little backyard bragging right game, winning at Cleveland, 34-20. Won at Jefferson County in the conference, 28-23. And as you said last week, lost that heartbreaker in the rain and the slop and the mud at home against Bearden, 28-27. So, and you mentioned Copeland, one of the top quarterbacks probably in Northeast Tennessee. He's got big time written all over him. And so as he goes, his football team goes.
Yeah, and you know, they're about 9 yards away from being undefeated. It's my understanding, Science Hill game, they were down there knocking on the door, had not taken a snap from center all night, took a snap from center to try and kill the ball and stop the clock, and somehow there was a fumble that occurred. And, you know, that is an issue that you have to take the snap from center to be able to kill the clock, unless you want to take it and throw it at the back of your running back to kill the clock as an incomplete pass. So there's a couple of ways to do it, but, you know, if you want to kill it the quickest way possible, you got to get underneath the center, and that makes it legal. So they've played some talented teams. They've played some talented teams very tough. As we said, they played Bearden last week and lost on a 2-point conversion at the end, a game that they were down 21-7 and came back, got it to 21-14. Then it was 28-14, 28-21, 28-27. Copeland is a threat at all times. A lot of speed on both sides of the ball. They will throw to multiple receivers. They have the main receiver who caught 54 balls last year is Tyleek Carpenter. And he's the guy that's the leading receiver so far this year. I think, and I saw him play last year, that they're probably throwing it more this year with Copeland. Now, whether that means they believe more in the receivers, they believe more in Copeland, or they had to replace 8 starters on offense. Defensively, like we said, the 2 corners are really good players, I think. They're guys that you have to have good corners to play their scheme. You have to. And so they've given up some balls. But, you know, I've always said a corner can't have a conscience. You've got to go on to the next play. You've got to forget that last one, go on to the next one. And they are a talented team. They have done a number of different things with their kicking game. They've given up some returns in their kicking game. I don't even know how they got a ball kicked last week or a ball snapped in the weather that they played in. So I think this will be a very, very exciting football game at J. Fred Johnson Friday night, a game that we have to play extremely well to win.
3 of the next 4 are going to be at J. Fred, as a matter of fact. You have Bearden, or Bradley Central, I should say, Friday night. Then Bearden comes to town next Friday. The final road game of the regular season to Jeff County on October 23rd. And then Science Hill comes to town on October the 30th. So A lot of football left at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Again, the season got started winning at Tennessee High 45-14, losing to Oak Ridge 17-14, winning at William Blount 41-14. Indians won at Sevier County in the barn burner, as you know, and we talked about that particular week, 49-41. Beating Hardin Valley 24-22 and then losing last week to Maryville 49-10. So, Coach, in summation of our show here this evening, again, it'll be ready to go Wednesday at noon. Simply go to TomTaylorSports.com. It's there, and all the other shows are there as well. They're archived. You go back and watch each and every week the Graham Clark Coaches Show. William Blount at Science Hill this week, Hardin Valley at Jefferson County. Of course, Bradley Central at Dobyns-Bennett. Maryville and the Bearden Bulldogs have the week off. And, again, a big football game. As we said, the standings, you're 2-1. Bradley Central 1-2, and you just have to keep playing and winning out to roll the dice come playoff time, right?
You got to keep fighting. You know, if you can have some good things happen these last 4 weeks, you can get a home game at playoff time. And being as how, you know, you're going all the way to Region 2 if you have to go on the road, that's really, really important, I think.
And right now, at this point in the season, looking at Region 2, you have Coffee County, Warren County, and Sigel, the teams right now at the bottom. So those will be ones more than likely. A lot of football left, but if we stop right now, those will be the teams traveling to Region 1. So the key is to get that system nailed down where you can get that home game in the first round of the playoffs on November the 6th. And that's the goal Friday night for the Indians, to keep playing well and to defeat the Bradley Central Bears. Coach, as always, thank you, my friend. Great job. We'll do it again next week with a brand new show. Again, if you've not been to Biggie's, what'd you have last week? What'd you and Miss Emma have 2 weeks ago?
Last week, once again, I had the grilled chicken sandwich. I liked it so well, I went for it 2 weeks in a row, and it was once again delicious.
Our producer, Robert, had the burger tonight, so, man, it was the best burger he's had, and taking a pizza home to the folks, too. So it's 2 for 1 night on Tuesdays, which is when we tape this show. Again, on behalf of Coach Clark, can't thank him enough. And these sponsors, please, when you get a chance, let these sponsors know you appreciate this show, because we do, promoting the positive side of student-athletes at Dobyns-Bennett via the football team, and we appreciate Coach Clark coming over very much. And, hey, we'll talk to you next week, big guy.
I look forward to it. We appreciate you too, Coach Taylor.
Put me in, Coach. Put me in.
You could have got in the other night.
I'd have got some PT.
You got some PT,
I got
man.
some PT. Put me in, Coach. All right, that'll do it. As always, for Robert Kell and head coach Graham Clark, this is Tom Taylor, the host of the Graham Clark Coaches Show. And as always, we just simply tell you, whether you win or whether you lose, be a good sport. See you next week, and thanks for giving us a listen and a view of the Graham Clark Coaches Show. So long, everybody.